Morning? Yep, The Good Morning is a book anthology of stories co-written by my friend Patsy Davis. You can see it there. And she and I interviewed clients of mine throughout the years. And what we get you up out of bed, get you moving, and to remind you that love never dies. So the book is available on Amazon.com and Amazon.uk.com. Sorry, guys out there. I not quite know the websites out there yet. But you can find it on your local Amazon. How's that? So book's available, or you can get it autographed from yours truly and Patsy Davis. There, Patsy Davis. Shout out to Patsy Davis. She, that girl rocks. And we'll autograph for you. Also, speaking of shout-outs, I want to give a shout-out to Shelby, who's maintaining the chat room for the half hour for our show at Renner Friends at the Ask One Radio Network. And, of course, my friend Mark, who's listening in Charlotte, and my sister and mother who are visiting from New York City and Abu Dhabi. Yep, UAE. So shout out to Marion and Mom. My biggest fan is my mother. She listens to all talk radio. And of course, I want to give a great big shout out to the best people in the whole world, and these are my listeners to this show. Ren and Friends Psychic Talk Radio is a show for you. And this is the show where I answer your questions. So just before we get started, another little quick shout out to a friend, a new Facebook friend in Australia, Rhonda from Down Under. Rhonda, she's in the chat room right now. I'm sure she's chatting with Shelby. And I just wanted to give a quick shout out to her. So Dave, thank you for putting lyrics in my head here. Dave, my producer in the background, has been singing tunes and getting it stuck in my head from the songs Car Wash, the Macarena, and it's just because I typed in a little lyric of Wake Up, Sleepy Jean, Oh, What Can It Mean? Daydream Believer, and Homecoming Queen. And now I have my entire listening audience listening to the Monkees. I know, I love music, you know that. So, okay, Dave, who have we got as our first caller for our show tonight? Okay, it looks like we are going to have callers calling in. As a matter of fact, I want to talk, the phone number to call, especially if you're in North America, is 1-888-454-2751. That's 1-888-454-2751. And, of course, you can also call in from London, Sydney, and the UK. And I was just talking to another friend of mine, and he was telling me that the UK has a little bit of a heat wave. I think you're talking in the 80s and 90s. He said something about 20 degrees Celsius, but I'm in the United States. I have no idea what that would mean. So that, I hope you guys have some cool glasses of, who knows, ale or whatever to drink over there. So have a good time. Let's see here. All right, Dave Scott, Dina from Okeechobee, Florida. I can say that word. At least it's not like Obi-Wan Kenobi in Tatooine.
It's actually
Dina.
Seminole Indian language.
How are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fabulous. I could take the line from Dave Ramsey, but he's a terrific guy and I won't, so I will just say that I'm having a fantastic day and evening. So, Dina, you've got my full attention. What can I do for you this evening?
I have been struggling over a relationship for over a year, and I still want it back.
Oh.
I've never had a relationship like that in my life, and I'm years young. And I can't get past wanting that back or healing, but I want it back.
Dina, I got to tell you something. Energetically speaking, you never lost it. All that man did was reflect your inner heart. He didn't make you do anything different that you already had. What you may be missing that you think is in him is really inside you. Now, maybe he'll come back, maybe he won't, but I can tell you something. As I look at your gorgeous aura, I see a red and yellow aura beaming from your heart. That color tells me that you're a natural-born teacher or a student of life, which means you just love to learn. And I sense that as you reach back out into life itself, I do feel that you are going to be coming in contact. Now, I'm getting a name. I get a name of Danny. Now, this could be a last name, first name. You know what? My office is in Davidson, so maybe it's a town. Don't really know if there's a Danny town in Florida, but
Yeah.
what I'm saying to you is that I do see another great relationship coming down the pike, if you will. And I feel like this zodiac time of Aries, which would be like late March, early April, is going to be a time period where you're going to meet him. I keep seeing this sense of teaching. Now watch you end up being a nursery school teacher. I don't think Danny's 2 years old. Okay. But
No.
you know what? My producer behind the scene here has just told me that there is a D-A-N-Y Florida, a Danny. I won't quit my day job, I promise.
Jane, I don't know.
Well, if you find it, go find the restaurants in the area and be an Epicurean. Anyway, what I'm saying to
I
you,
really can't think of how that name comes in right now.
I know you're really hung up on your guy. I can feel it.
I
Thing
am.
is-
So,
Yeah, you're lovesick. And
I don't think I've ever loved until him. Like, truly loved and wanted to share things with every day, and I don't know. It's just different from past relationships.
okay, all I need is a first name. That's it. Don't tell me anything else. Just the first name.
Shane.
That's all. That's all I need. Don't say anything else. This is live video and radio, and you don't need Shane all over the world. So just just the first name. Hold on. You ready for the? I want to say the psychic truth, but you know, if you don't want to hear it, don't ask. But here it goes.
I
right.
asked.
The first impression I get is that Shane may have something to do with headaches, or something's going on around his head. I get the impression he's complaining about stress headaches. It might be blood pressure. I do feel that there was some kind of breakup, but it had to do with a medical reason. I'm not quite sure. Now, when I see the colors of red and orange, can indicate anger. So he may have a bit of an anger streak. And you know what? Sometimes, well, it's every time, we may think we know what we want, but God will tell you what you need. I'm going to sound like
Right.
Mick Jagger from the Rolling Stones, but you may want to start singing that song. But I sense that he's got an anger streak that's just a little too uncomfortable for you, other people. I know he brought the best out in you, but I really feel like he brought what you've already had in you. I believe in the law of reflection. And the law of reflection stands for your life is a direct reflection of what your heart projects. So if you're happy inside your heart in the first place, you're going to be happy in life. And so I feel like the Shane person amplified who you really are. So Shane was a gift, but now that he's moved on, you have a choice. You can either learn with that lesson and take it to a higher grade of like a higher standard of man, or be stuck on your first grade teacher in love. You know what I mean?
Right.
Okay, honey. The first card that came up is the Tower card. I'm sorry. The Tower card indicates breakups, cheating on, disaster, a mess. Dina, you deserve much better. Much better.
Shane didn't cheat. We didn't. It wasn't a disaster type. No.
I wish, I mean, I feel like if I say to you, no, I feel like if I say to you he's coming back to you, I feel like you just rub the cat fur backwards. The energy's all wrong. No?
Mm-hmm. Right.
If you are willing to look ahead to the future, you're going to find that, yeah, okay, here you go. Now I hear the word Christopher. So maybe you're going to meet a guy who's named Compact Disc, because I'm seeing CD or DC. Maybe he's from Washington. I'm just kidding. But, yep, it's showing me Aries, late March, early April next year. It is also showing me an Earth sign, a Virgo. I hope you're compatible. Dina, what's your birthday?
It's February 6th. I'm Aquarius.
Oh, me too. We rock.
Yeah.
You know what that means? We think about 70 years of advance from everybody else, and everybody else has to catch up with us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So just know that you're quirky and unique and wonderful, and people will figure it out. Quirky. Takes one to know one. And you know what?
Yeah.
When you meet that special guy, he's going to understand your quirkiness, your uniqueness, and your weirdness. Because you are no cookie cutter.
Right now is the first part of and I'm 47, and this is the first time in my life when I truly, truly wanted a partner, a companion.
Don't ever give up. Do you understand that before you ever get to the final copy, you have to have a rough draft?
I figured that's what the last 27 or so years was.
You're young. You're only 27. It's okay. Listen,
I'm 47.
You act like you're 27. Honey,
I know,
you got plenty of time.
That's what's in my brain, I guess.
Okay, you need a positive mindset change. That's where you got to start with. You got to start with your core and then move out from there. I'm seeing a lot of positive impact in your future, but I'm so sorry to tell you, I am not seeing it's the guy from your past. So at least this is a reading for free, because I know you may not have liked it if you paid for it, but that's what I see. So, Dina, you give me a holler back in the future, especially when you meet him, and send pictures.
I will. Thank you.
You're welcome. Take good care of yourself.
Thank you. I will.
My name is Psychic Medium Mary Beth Wren. You are listening to Wren and Friends Psychic Talk Radio on the Ask One Radio Network. You can call in the radio show. I'm old school. Okay, TV show at 1-888-454-2751. And of course, you can also call in overseas. And the phone numbers are located through Facebook at Ask One Radio, or the website Ask One Radio Network. No, askoneradio.com. So again, you can call in the United States and North America at 1-888-454-2751. And don't forget, you can also check in with the chat room and chat with Shelby, ask questions, find out about new events. And speaking of new events, I have another Messages from the Other Side gallery here in a little town called Kannapolis. for everybody in the United States, it's like Annapolis, Maryland with a K. So if you're a Star Trek person, that would be like Klingon, Kanapolis, like Mortastakos, or Death Before Dishonor if you're a Star Trek fan. Hi, as I am. So I could speak Klingon, but I won't. That would be scary. I'm sure by now my sister's rolling her eyes and thinking, oh, Lord, I don't know that woman. But anyway. All right, Dave. Who have we got next to the Ren and Friends Psychic Talk Radio? Looks like we've got Laura calling in from my old hometown, Charlotte, North Carolina. Laura, welcome to Ren and Friends Psychic Talk Radio.
Hi there, Dad.
TV. Hiya. Why do I know you?
How are you?
I know you. I'm good.
No.
I feel your energy.
I've heard of you, but no, we haven't met.
Maybe it's your accent.
Probably.
You know how we're all so friendly down in Charlotte. You sugar y'all.
Yeah, I do.
What can I do to help you this evening?
Okay. Well, I've been thinking about starting my own spiritual business myself. And I'm leading more towards like the healing aspect of it. But I wanted to see if you could, do anything, or if anybody comes through, you can always,
absolutely.
If anybody pops in, you can let me know. But that's my main thing I'm wanting to focus on is, I do have a full-time job. However, I want to do this, I want to do it full-time, but I know I can't start that way, of course. But that's
not unless
my
you want
thing,
to eat. Not unless you want to eat Ritz crackers, peanut butter and jelly, and granola for about 4 or 5 years. Just
right.
kidding. But at least you'll eat healthy. Anyway,
True.
Laura, the first thing I see in your aura is a violet color. So that tells me that you have a sensitivity and a psychic ability on top. And I'm sensing that you've got a little bit of a block in the throat chakra. So I'm feeling like you're having a difficult time communicating your healing messages to your clients in the future. I am seeing you working in the massage therapy industry and maybe even Reiki or acupressure. Whether you do acupuncture, sure, you could check it out. I see in your past life you have done acupuncture, but I'm feeling that in this lifetime you will be in some kind of tapping. I'm blanking. What's that word? Tony Robbins does it. NLP? No, the tapping thing. EFT,
yeah, I know
emotional freedom technique. I could have said ELO, but that's a band. So I won't quit my DJ job. But anyway, I am seeing. Okay, yes, I see you establishing yourself in the spiritual industry. Now, do you know where Dilworth is in Charlotte? Yeah. Okay. International listeners, hold on. I just got to talk locally to this lady. Okay. I'm seeing
You're
you in
the bad lady.
Yes. I feel like you're going to establish. I feel like you're going to establish.
It moved to 4th Street, actually.
Okay. But I still
I didn't
see
know
you
that
on.
until they emailed me that, but.
I see you on East Boulevard area.
Okay.
So I feel like you hone in there, maybe be able to share an office with someone else. I'm also going to say that I see approximately about 2-year, 3-year time period for you to feel confident to go into part-time with your job and a little stronger in your spiritual work. Okay. So that is what I'm getting with you. So now I'm curious, what type of healing work do you specialize in?
I haven't done any yet. But what I've been doing is I've been practicing online with online groups, giving readings. I've been also practicing at a local place in our area. And so just to get my feet wet.
And
Good.
so I'm up and coming, you know, so it's not going to happen tomorrow or anything, but you know, Spirit's pushing me. It's like, you need to do it. Don't be scared. Just go, fly. Is what
Definitely
I'm getting.
work.
And, you know, of course, I'm, you know, got to let go of the fear and all that. But I think it's more of, okay, what do I do first? What angle am I going to, what clients do I want? You know.
Right on.
So
You got to develop that.
But I have, like, people keep telling me I'm a healer. Sometimes with animals as well, which I love animals. So that's another thing. I'm like, well, I don't know. Animals aren't on the internet. They can't call me on the phone.
Their owners can, and you could read right through to the animals, through the owners, because it's about love.
Right.
And you're tuning into the energy of love.
Right.
And if the connection between the person who has the pet and the person who the person itself, if they have an open channel, you'll have no problem getting in touch with the pet. Let me tell you a funny story that happened to me at a psychic fair about a year ago. This woman sat down with me across the way, and I heard as clear as day, I got an image of in my head of a German Shepherd, and I heard Zany, Z-A-N-Y. And then I heard Howard Street. And I thought, what? Why is this dog talking to me? So, of course, I made it, do you know a person named Amy instead of Zany? Because I thought I was crazy. Well, I should have just stayed with my first impression, because I finally said, ma'am, makes no sense, but I'm seeing a German Shepherd, and the German Shepherd's telling me his name is Zany, and he's to tell you Howard Street. And this woman went white as a sheet. And she told me that 20 years ago, she lost her best friend after she had gotten divorced. She needed a companion, and she got a German Shepherd, and his name was Zany, and they lived on Howard Street. And it's all about love.
Right.
So
yeah, animals can bring so much pleasure and so much comfort to everyone. So
that's right. You are going to be just fine. So I'm going to give you a word of advice. Get the hell out of your own way and do it.
Yep. I just got to do it. I know.
Yes.
Easier said than done.
Oh, you're only making it difficult. Stop that.
I know.
Okay. Well, thank you
I just
very
think your
much.
book looks really beautiful.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna do a free plug. So here we go again. Okay, everybody. I hope you can see it. Good morning. And there's my angel. And shout out to Dave, our book cover guy. Dave, you're a miracle worker. And there it is, Mary Beth Wren and Patsy Davis. This woman is an excellent writer. There you go. Patsy Davis. There you go. So Patsy Davis and I wrote the Good Morning. I was about to say my other book title, but that's not the case. My other book title, in case you want to buy that, is called Soul's Goals, and that's on Amazon.com too. But it's a nice book. Nice. Like somebody says it has nice gutters. I said that sounded so wrong, but it talks about being able to be held in your hand. And there's the back, so Amazon.com. Nice gutters. My producer in the back is making me blush. I'm going to get him. I'm going to start singing the Macarena again, or Car Wash, or I'll start singing Inagata Davida. I'll drive him nuts with that song. Anyway. Okay. Well, thank you, everyone, for listening to the Wren and Friends Psychic Talk Radio. I'm your hostess, psychic medium, Mary Beth Wren. You can find out my website by looking down below on my graphics. Okay, there it is, marybethwren.com. You can see it there. And let's see. I have anything else? Shelby, thank you for running the chat room. You did a great job. And don't forget, reality is what you make it. So make sure you make it the very best. Ain't that right, Dina? Still listening in Florida? Take care, y'all. Have a wonderful week. And I'll see you next week. Thank you very much for listening.
Tracy, and thanks for watching Moonstruck. And now, back to A1R on the air. Psychic Talk Radio now on Moonstruck TV, enlightening television.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Ask Rebecca radio show. Thanks for joining me. I hope everyone had a great 2 weeks. I was not on air last week. I took the day off for some much needed rest. I was feeling a bit burned out. I've been overdoing it. So I just did nothing that evening. So I hope everybody has had a great 2 weeks. Let's get right into what you can expect for this week, which runs through to next Thursday, July 5th. These are general predictions for everyone in areas of work, love, finances, health, and spirituality. If you're interested in personalized monthly predictions or any other of the services that I offer, you can go to my website, askrebecca.guru. So, general themes for this week. Words that came to mind were never-ending story. And to me, this means some of you could be stuck in the same old stories, same old patterns of behavior, same old. And while some of you could be releasing and letting go of some of the old baggage that you've been carrying around for years, months, days, hours, whatever, I think it will vary between, everyone. It just all depends on where you are in life, the things that you have going on. Some of you may find that you're repeating yourself over and over again all week long, basically. Maybe you're rehashing something that happened in the past, or you're retelling a story of some sort. It could even show up in the way of you having to tell someone the same thing over and over again, repeating it so that they understand, or explaining something in multiple different ways so the person can finally understand what you're talking about or hear you. It could also be maybe you realize that you keep attracting and dating the same type of person over and over again. You could realize how you emotionally react to certain situations the same way over and over again. It's all about noticing the patterns in your life, noticing the cyclical nature of life. Some of these patterns and habits are positive things. Others aren't so positive and keep you stuck. Some of you will realize maybe you complain a lot, or you have a pessimistic outlook on things, always waiting for something to go wrong. Some of you will be releasing or struggling with addictions like food, alcohol, drugs, cigarettes, even over-exercising, anything that you're basically repeating excessively, right? So whatever that may look like for you, maybe you're like a fanatic and you vacuum like 3 times a day, or you have to dust every 5 hours or something. It's things like that nature, and even some stuff where some OCD behaviors as well that you might notice about yourself. All of these things are just coming up for you to be aware of. It's giving you the opportunity to let go and try things in a different way. There may be a few times this week you feel uncomfortable with what comes up for you. So it may be things that you never recognized about yourself, and then all of a sudden you realize it. So it makes you feel awkward, maybe ashamed or embarrassed, or, whatever emotions that it evokes inside of you. Don't beat yourself up about it. The most important part is that you're noticing what it is that's not helping you, right? These are all things that are coming up that are keeping you stuck. They're keeping you in emotional turmoil. They're keeping you in a space of lack. They're keeping you from being happy. They're keeping you from enjoying life. So these aren't things that are coming up to make you feel bad about yourself. They're just coming up so that you can be aware and that you can change it and do it differently, right? In the long run, it's just going to benefit you. And, we all came to this planet with a purpose. Your soul is guiding you towards this purpose. And to get there, we have to go through the things that are junk, or the baggage, or the things that are holding us back in life. We have to go through them. There's no shortcut around it, right? The only way to get to the other side is to go through it. So that part is uncomfortable, but I promise you, if you can just keep working out yourself and work your way through the uncomfortable periods and keep a positive attitude and know that this is all happening for a reason to benefit you, you will be in such a better place in the long run. Along with this energy of patterns coming up to be noticed and released, you could experience sudden, unexpected spirals of chaos. So it's like little pockets of chaos that are swirling around us. It feels more along the lines of clumsiness, like breaking things, dropping things, spilling things, tripping over things, forgetting things, and losing things. And they could all happen in the same situation. You could be running behind schedule, so you're rushing in the morning, you're looking for your keys, you stumble and you spill your coffee while simultaneously dropping your bagel on the floor, something to that effect. So it's little annoyances that can be frustrating, especially if you allow it to affect you in a negative way, right? Just roll with it. It happens. It's no big deal. Know that these moments of chaos are actually forcing you to break patterns and routines. So bring awareness to the situation. If it happens to you, then try things a little differently the next day. If you tend to be rushing in the morning, set your alarm clock 10 minutes earlier. Break the cycle. So it's all about breaking these patterns and cycles of behavior. This week, there's more transformation happening as well. I mean, transformation is a constant thing. Change is a constant. So this transformation is happening both internally and externally. Believe it or not, there are things happening to you on a cellular level. It's affecting your physical body and the way you think, the way you feel, the way you perceive, the way you speak, and in many, many other ways. Some of you can sense the changes. You're very much in tune with your bodies. You're very much in tune with your intuition. So you feel it, you sense it, you know things are changing. And then there's those of you that aren't ready. You can't see it yet. You haven't maybe worked through all of the junk that resides inside of us, right? So emotionally, we hold on to energy, and if we're holding on to denser emotional negative energies, well, that you're less in tune with yourself and your soul and your body. So, you will soon be able to experience that and feel it and sense these things about yourself. And, no matter what, you'll notice that all of a sudden you're looking at things differently. Now, even with all the things going on this week to bring the patterns in your life to